Hello and welcome to the Narc Alert, the channel where we look at YouTubers and others to see if they demonstrate any traits that fall within the spectrum of narcissistic personality disorder or NPD. These videos are for fun and entertainment purposes only, strictly my opinion, and remember, please don't send any snark to our possible narcs. So key points to remember: messy fun and not a diagnosis. Hello my lovely alerts and welcome back to the Narc Alert. Today we're going to take an old-fashioned Narc Alert look at an interesting, although completely unknown person. First, I'll have to introduce you to a channel called Caleb Hammer. Caleb Hammer's YouTube channel is all about making personal financial advice easy and kind of fun. Caleb breaks down money topics into simple, no-nonsense advice that anyone can follow. He talks about budgeting and saving and investing and getting out of debt. He's very friendly and down-to-earth. He makes managing money feel a lot less overwhelming. I find that his channel, however, has a bit of a twist. He tends to find a lot of narcissists and focuses on how narcissistic behavior can impact financial decisions. Caleb has brought us this amazing couple, and the video is entitled "Controlling Karen Resents Her Deadbeat Husband."
Hi, my name is Athena and I'm 32 years old.
Hi, my name is Carter and I'm 35 years old. We're based out of Oklahoma.
Now, we're going to hone in on one specific trait, and that is denying responsibility. Narcissists often use a variety of tactics to deny responsibility for their actions, and these tactics can be manipulative and are designed to shift blame and avoid responsibility to maintain that beautiful self-image. We will look at Caleb's interview and see where we can pinpoint the top 5 strategies used by narcissists to avoid responsibility, and that is gaslighting, minimization, projection, victimhood, and blame shifting. Let's dive right in.
Guess I may as well just ask that out of the gate so we can get the picture here.
So I love my husband dearly. We've been together almost 7 years. We met in May one year, started dating June, got married in November. We're 2 months pregnant on purpose. It was now or never for me.
Wow.
Yeah,
when you know, you just kind of know. And he was a very different person back then. But I don't know if life's gotten good and he's self-sabotaging, but we've had very big conversations on the fact that, like, if we don't start to rope this in as a couple and not me just saving us financially, you know, figuratively, then I'm kind of like got to make decisions on, is this marriage? And like, to me, marriage is everything, but I can't continue on this path.
The narcissist is the victim of the partner's alleged faults or misdeeds. They need sympathy and support from the partner and others. They may claim that enduring the partner's behavior is a sacrifice they're willing to make for the sake of saving the relationship. So clearly they are more committed and caring partner.
Are you talking about divorce?
I hate to say that word, but it's either looking at that or just a long separation so he can get right. And
Long separation. That's some heavy, not specific accusations, but saying going down a wrong path or taking some bad things. What have
so I'm sober 9 years, and
Sure.
I'm military and all that. So, you know, most people will say I don't need AA. I love AA. I love the community. I love sharing my story with other women.
Narcissists often believe that they have a profound impact on others, seeing themselves as inspirational. They think their advice and presence are crucial for others' success and well-being.
He was sober for about almost a year. When our daughter was 6 months old, I found him dead on the floor. And the last thing the ambulance told me is, I don't know if he will live or die, but you can follow me.
How long ago was this?
About now 4.5 years
It was
ago.
right at the start of COVID.
Right at the start of COVID, when I had my third baby. We were in the hospital. I was having a very hard delivery and needed him. And he said he was coming off of a big binge of weed and he was sick to his stomach, couldn't really be there for me. There's been multiple times where we've had these I love you conversations, but we got to change. We got to be better for our family. We got to give our children, you know, the best lives. Like, I love you no matter what. And it's not like I'm telling you what you can and cannot do. But it's to the point where, like, you need to make a decision if you just want to f around with these things, or you want to be.
Thinking that their thoughts are invaluable for others' lives, a narcissist might believe that a friend's success is due to their guidance and influence, even if their actual involvement was minimal.
When you're in sobriety, you're supposed to be sober.
Anything counts. If
so
you go in
anything
it with the
counts.
mindset to get messed up, then that is a relapse.
How
It
he
doesn't
went
matter.
off on the 4.5 years ago was because I brought a bottle of alcohol into the house for ear infections. My Indian client, she recommended it and it worked great. And he didn't think he was an alcoholic, but only a addict. He ended up drinking that whole bottle, and that's when he was,
then I
blacked
made
out.
the other bad decisions.
But like, we've had this heartfelt conversation 2 weeks ago. I don't think you love me anymore the same as you did, and that's okay.
What do you do? Don't you smoke something?
I do Hape.
Narcissists often have a selective memory that only recalls others' mistakes while conveniently forgetting their own. This creates an unbalanced narrative where the narcissist appears faultless and the other person constantly flawed. They rarely let you forget any mistakes.
What's that?
So Hape is unprocessed tobacco, ash, and different plants from the Amazon jungle. Now, about 2 years ago, I had a massive stroke. And then I had a mini one after that, and they told me I was going to die. There was nothing they could do. We went to the emergency room. We've done all these testings. They gave up on me. They said, plan your burial, plan your life insurance. You're going to die.
This. Whatever.
We both do this, but not the same. See, it's a spiritual plant medicine. I actually work for the Kuntanawa tribe in the Amazon jungle. I've been there. I've made Hape with them. I spiritually distribute it. I'm one of their guardians in the world.
As someone with a direct interest in the indigenous people in the Amazon rainforest, specifically in Peru, I had to do a little research here. And what I found is the Kuntanawa is not actually a tribe, more an organization started by an American woman from Colorado and her partner, a man from Peru. They sell cures and online courses where, with a small amount of money, you can become certified.
I mean, she called you a crackhead in the pre-show interview, essentially.
Yeah.
What are you going to say when they say, like, your $3 drinks are not a necessity? And he's like, well, crack is cheaper, but I won't be a present father and you won't have a paycheck coming in.
When's the last time you smoked?
I've never smoked crack.
No, it's
But I don't do those.
Okay.
I don't know the difference. I've never taken.
She just calls it.
Too?
I did.
He didn't become an adult until 2 weeks before he met me.
When I was like 22 or something. I'm 35 now, so it's been a minute.
Okay, good. That's what's important. You made it sound like via the interviews and stuff that we had that literally he potentially has smoked recently.
No, he didn't.
Okay, well that's how like it was taken.
No, I said his choice. You can. I don't know if you record the calls. Was he's been sober, but he did die on me one time.
Yeah.
Then I almost died because of health reasons. I
Scary
fixed
stuff.
that by going to an eye treat, going into my own body. And I don't believe in any of that stuff. I'm very black and white. I'm very in sobriety, like no CBD, no nothing. Like that's all. And now I can't sit here and say that it can't help somebody because it healed me.
She rewrote the narrative despite it being recorded, belittled her partner's accomplishments in sobriety, lied about her partner to make him look worse, and then made it about how good she is.
Well, first I'm gonna get a finance score for the household because we're still married. Is like the base of this conversation, like how close are we to divorce? Could this like send it towards that edge?
For him, it's never, and for me, it was always never until like I had this. Like I said, I don't think you love me like you used to love me, and that's okay. Maybe there's a woman for you out there. I love you too much to
that I don't love her
like you used to.
I probably don't show it like I used to.
Why do you think you don't?
Maybe because we're just together all the time with the kids, and I feel like I never get time alone. I'm more introverted, and she's more extroverted.
But you also don't want time alone. You'd rather sit there and play video games.
That's my time alone, though. That's like where I get to do what I want for me that makes me happy and fun. Like,
and I don't go out and do things for my own. The only thing I go out and to do is help other women.
Narcissists use guilt as a tool to manipulate. By reminding someone of their past mistakes, they can make the person feel perpetually guilty and indebted, saying things like, after what you did, you owe it to me to listen to my advice, to maintain control over the person's actions and decisions.
Have you guys seen a therapist together.
I have tried for years to go to counseling.
Why have you not then?
He doesn't want somebody to tell him he's wrong.
It's
That's
not.
exact
It's
words.
not that. It's,
You said that
it's
exact
gotta be
We
word.
have
open.
kids, so we don't get a babysitter to have fun. How are we gonna get it to do other stuff? We can't even get babysitters right now for both of us to have jobs at the same time.
It's very hard.
So I just don't see how it's gonna work.
In-house, maybe?
Well,
What's that?
I also
Someone who could come to you?
Oh, I didn't.
I also suggested that we can go one-on-one, but again, too expensive. We don't have money for that. But
I
we
would
have
rather
money
you guys
for
go together.
World of Warcraft. We have money for stupid like I've tried all.
Massages for my wife.
I got one massage
I'm
this
just-
year. No, we're gonna go into this because he can't seem to let it go. I
No.
got one massage this year, okay, and every birthday,
Yeah.
every Christmas, every Mother's Day, I'm gifted gifts from other people because he never gives me anything. Okay, he goes, "Oh, I didn't have any money or I couldn't."
Narcissists control the narrative around the mistake, ensuring it always reflects poorly on the other person while painting themselves in a positive light. This reinforces their position of superiority.
Or I couldn't write you something.
I didn't have any money. You guys, are you not combined?
We are combined, but he just spends. He just spends.
She
and,
makes it sound like I spend way more. If you look, since we moved to Oklahoma, I've
and I get
only spent stuff on
Since
food
Oklahoma,
and maybe like
We moved
I
from
spent
California.
$25 on the game one time.
so we spent about $8,000 to move here.
when
But because
did-
of-
when
That buried us. The move.
But why did
when
we
was
move?
the move? When was the move?
2.5 months ago.
February.
Oh, wow. And why was the move?
Why was the move? Why are we not going to
Well-
our original plan to go see my daughter in Florida and be with my daughter?
Oh, is this is this another one or is that?
My daughter, the 8-year-old, she lives with her dad right
oh,
now.
okay.
She has dyslexia, and they're trying to get her extra help that we can't afford.
Yeah, her dad makes more money. He's able
And
to.
we were supposed to go straight
provide
to
more.
Florida. We agreed on this as a family, like, us, like, how do you call it? The initial family. And then he went on a binge with me and saying he was going to go within himself, and he never uses it
Okay,
spiritually.
lots of going inside ourselves. That's very interesting.
He never uses anything like it's meant to be done. I can't sit here and say it doesn't work for some people. The people out there getting help with it, I've seen it cure PTSDs. I've seen it do a lot of things. It saved my freaking life. I'm not going to sit here and judge you if you need to go do it. But all I've seen is he went into a bitch for 20 something hours. He fried his brain, and his grandma was like, you need to go to your dad in Oklahoma, and you need to, he's got a job for you, which he didn't have a job for him, but he got him a job.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's where we're at. So now I'm screwed. My hair license hasn't
Hair
transferred.
license, okay.
And I don't have a job right now. So I'm making money. I have a little book. I've made $1,000, almost $2,000 this month with my kids in my hands. So
Narcissists will position themselves as the victim of circumstances while portraying you as the one at fault. They apply different standards to their behavior and yours, ensuring that their actions are always seen in a better light.
yeah,
Are you setting anything aside for taxes?
not yet.
Why?
Well, because I have no spare money because I gave the finances.
Well, that's not spare money regardless.
okay.
That's
So
money you owe.
I gave the finances back to him after my stroke. After I filed for bankruptcy, we tried a whole-
Bankruptcy.
yeah, I filed for bankruptcy.
She will accuse him of causing the problems or mistake, diverting attention from her role in the issue. Narcissists accuse others of behaviors they are guilty of, deflecting scrutiny from their own actions.
When did you file for bankruptcy?
The beginning of 2023. We after I got
A year ago?
a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years now. Yeah, we kind
Explains why the majority of the debt's in your name and not yours, but
Well, no, I paid
Yeah.
off most of his debt. We put everything onto mine. We were gonna pay it off. We started
Oh
a
my
bigger
gosh.
hair salon. I had a business.
bigger hair salon.
Yeah,
I had a
she
successful
got a
business for 7
salon,
years.
Like she wanted to move to her own suite out of like
the
one
landlord
of the mini ones, and
Kind of f***ed us over. He said he doesn't work with women. Have your
it ended
husband
up
call me.
costing us a ton of money.
The roof started leaking. There was no hot water. We were bind into this, but luckily I fought for it. We got out of it. But initially, my biggest regret, which still it's a learning lesson, it's not a regret, is I didn't hire a lawyer to look at the contract. So it said I was responsible for roof and everything, even though it's his responsibility.
Okay.
Blame shifting is claiming that someone else is responsible for the situation or outcome. This diverts attention from the narcissist's own actions.
Now, one thing that did concern me a little, I just have to call this out, of just like a high horse thing. We talk about what we do in each other's free times, and you say, well, you play video games while I go and volunteer. Like, if you're choosing to volunteer, that's great, but I
No,
don't think it's fair to say, oh, okay, because I'm doing this high and mighty thing, it's bad that the other person's playing video
of
games
course
in their
not.
free time.
No. So volunteering, like for my sobriety, going to meetings does not count as fun time. It's for our sobriety. It is
okay.
essential.
Well,
You have
you
to
guys
go.
made
Like,
it
he's
sound
not
like
going-
that's what you do when you have free time, though.
Well, because
Well, she watches
I-
TV
And also, there are
uh,
like when we're talking about seeing therapists and stuff. I mean, since COVID, everything's has remote options just on a webcam.
our kids are
Yeah.
very wild, so it's very
if
hard
you
to
don't
get
watch
through
them, they
conversation.
destroy
something
our
tells
entire
me
house.
something tells me a marriage therapist will be okay with you having to get up every once in a while.
Narcissists often believe that their actions, no matter how self-serving, are ultimately for the good of others. They may frame their controlling or manipulative behavior as being for the benefit of those they're influencing.
Household score. I want you to say it at the same time. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go. At go, you are going to give me what you think the household financial score is. 0 being the worst possible score,
Yeah.
10 being the best possible score. So I'm going to count down, and I want you to give it to me at the same time. 3, 2, 1.
3.
I'd say a 1, maybe.
Do you think it's worse? Why do you think it's better?
I only think it's a 3 because I've been on my own since I was 17. And
What? You guys have been married for like...
but I've been on my
Long time.
own without my parents.
Yeah, she moved out of her parents' house early, and then
At 17, you said?
yeah.
At 17.
Okay, so 1 year
I've
more
raised a
than most
baby
people.
as a single mother. Her dad separated.
Yeah.
I've always paid my bills on time before the bankruptcy went
How
through.
does this make you a 3?
Because I survived and I find ways to go out and make it. So I know financially
Yeah.
we're screwed. I
Yeah,
get
but
that.
it's literally a score of where you're at, not
where we're
how
at now.
powerful you are or whatever.
No, it's not that I'm powerful. I'm just saying.
Narcissists often seek validation and admiration, so they might try and spin a failure as a learning experience or highlight any minor successes within the larger failure to boost their ego.
Like I've managed to not miss a payment. Like I've always paid everything. So
Well, that's the bare minimum. That's why they're called
Yeah.
minimum monthly payments.
when he adds debt and then I don't see it and then I have to pay.
Okay. Have you taken responsibility for one thing?
Yes.
I think one thing. You were like, I hate that I'm taking responsibility for this right now.
That's
I forgot
true.
what that
yeah,
was,
I
but-
can't control that.
Oh, yes, correct. So that's the one thing you've taken responsibility for in
Like,
this entire conversation.
What do you mean? I've taken care of my kids?
Responsibility.
Like, yeah.
No, taking responsibility for like anything going wrong ever. The one thing
No,
you
yeah,
actually
life
took
got. I supported him. Okay, I did the wrong thing, but
What wrong
I
thing?
stand by it.
Well, wrong
I
thing.
supported him through the MetaZoo.
Narcissists will accuse others of causing the problem. They position themselves as victim of others' incompetence, shifting sympathy towards themselves and away from the mistake, thereby avoiding responsibility.
But I support my husband, and if you think that's a good call, and if we back up and we fall out, we'll find a way out. That's my responsibility. Okay, we're out. We're under. Let's find a way.
Okay.
So now we're selling all those
But
Pokemon.
do you not recognize that throughout this entire conversation, just constantly, throughout every single piece of paper, every story when we went in, it was just like, it was a deflection and a blame on what someone else did that was beyond our control. Every single time. This entire conversation, you're going to have to watch it back. It's very interesting.
Sometimes it is beyond our control.
Sure, but everything has been here.
Well, we've had a rough few years that we didn't plan it. It happened, but we're dealing with it. We're living through it. We're not.
A narcissist often insists they are strong and never giving up by manipulating situations to portray themselves as strong or indomitable, even if it means distorting the truth or exaggerating
Giving
their
up.
abilities.
Yeah, that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just literally, you've blamed it all on outside factors outside of you. Things are going to happen. I'm not going to say that nothing's ever going to happen, but literally everything throughout this conversation has been, it is something, it is the
No, because
world's
when you brought
fault
up the
outside
fast
of
food, I
us.
said we could be better. We could, like I said, we could eat rice and beans at home, and I will eat it. If he doesn't want to eat it, I'll
You
eat
said
it.
he went to Chick-fil-A. That's what you said when I brought up the fast food. You said
Well, I
he
think
goes
we
to
went in the
Chick-fil-A.
same car because for our kids, though, it was for our kids, so it wasn't just because.
Yeah, but
like,
that's not what you just
Mom
said. You
wants to
didn't
go-
say, let's get rice and beans. You said he went to Chick-fil-A.
Well, that's why I asked. Did you go to Chick-fil-A? Because I didn't realize that purchase. We haven't.
productive.
I mean, it is. I mean, I get it. I am taking responsibility. Obviously,
Where?
everything. This is all me and him together, right? This is us.
What are
And
the
now we're gonna
actions? What are the actions?
I go
What are
get a
the
job. I
actions?
work harder.
No. What are the actions that you took that ended up to the place that were irresponsible decisions of yours? What were the actions? What are we able to acknowledge that got us into this place to begin with? You didn't make the choice to have a fully funded emergency fund. Having a fully funded emergency fund would protect us from a lot of things that are outside of our control.
Mm-hmm.
That is an active choice because you were not sacrificing things in order to have a fully funded emergency fund.
Okay.
So that's a part of it.
Of course.
What
mean,
are the actions?
when I save, when I start
When you're
to
willing to take responsibility, as you say you are, what
Oh,
was
yeah.
irresponsible that you've messed up that you
Oh,
are willing
okay.
to take responsibility for?
like when he purchases something, right? and I save, I get angry, and I go, well, why am I the only one saving? Why am I the only one sacrificing? And
It's
I go
your
out.
fault.
No, I go out and spend. It's my problem. I have a problem where I'm like, why do I let that get to me? And then I go spend.
I would like to thank the Lerts who called this channel to my attention, and I would like to thank Caleb Hammer for supplying us with such an amazing video to look at. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Financial Audit, Caleb Hammer's channel. Maybe we can visit him again. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel and click like, or maybe even get a channel membership. We can't wait to see you in the Discord, and you get some special members-only content as well. Until the live stream tomorrow, Rio and I can't wait to see you. And remember, just be kind and ask